powered by Pipe TV.
Welcome to Beauty Behold Beauty Transitions, powered by Pipe TV, where we discuss everything beauty.
Hi. All right, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. All right, so I want to thank the viewing audience for tuning in. I'm Jill Foster, and I'd like to take this time to introduce the lovely Miss Yvonne Anque, who's here to discuss the beauty in goddess wearable art. But before we get started, I just want to say welcome. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm good. I'm going to take a moment just to give the viewing audience the opportunity to know who you are. So Yvonne Anque is a native of Newark, New Jersey, and she has been making art since childhood. She is a mother of 5 and a grandmother of 18, and she's dedicated to her family, but art has always been her passion. She attended arts high school, but believe it or not, most of her skills are self-taught. She worked professionally as a graphic designer for over 35 years and has also owned a wearable art business for over 15 years. Today, Yvonne proudly shares her art journey with her children, 2 of which are artists themselves, professional artists themselves, and 1 who markets and curates, and another who procures and writes grants for their company, 3 The Art Way. Under 3 The Art Way, Yvonne and her family have painted several murals throughout the city of Newark, as well as host various art workshops and paint parties. They have self-published comic books and are exhibited in galleries throughout the tri-state area. Yvonne is committed to using her art as a medium to improve life wherever she is. Most of her art is sustainable, using recycled materials, and she continuously seeks techniques that are planet-friendly. So now that everyone has a background on who you are, Yvonne, I just want to say that I am so excited to have you here, particularly after going through your background. I feel honored, grateful, and blessed that you are on this platform. So I just want to get started with some questions. So the first obvious question is, what inspired you to become an artist? How did you get that little bug?
Well, I've always been an artist. I guess I came here as an artist. I had 2 parents that were very creative and very artistic. My mom and I and my 2 sons actually went to the same art high school. So we were 3 generations of artists. And but as a little girl, that's just what was a natural thing for me to do, was to create art. Mm-hmm. So that's when I started, as far back as I can remember.
Okay, so so you started, we're here to discuss the beauty in goddess wearable art. I want to stop and just share that I'm wearing some of the pieces so the viewing audience can, you guys, you see this is incredible, the goddess. But Yvonne, I've been a big fan of hers, and I have a few of her pieces. And so I just want to ask you to explain, how did goddess wearable art come about? What made you create this line of wearable art?
Well, actually, it was through the encouragement of my 2 sons, Suleiman and Samad, who at the time had created their wearable art company entitled Canvasware, where they would paint onto t-shirts. And they, at the time, they encouraged me to do the same thing. But, I was working, I was in corporate and I was working, and I just didn't feel like I had the time to commit to something like that. But I encouraged them, to go ahead, but and I was proud of what they were doing. But actually one day, I was invited to a cookout, and I didn't have anything to wear, but I had a blank t-shirt. So I decided, okay, let me give it a try. I painted a t-shirt. And when I got to the cookout, I got such a positive response. I had to take a second look and say, wow, okay, maybe there is something there. And so, I joined up with them in canvas wear, and I started doing my interpretation of wearable art, and it became a spin-off. They went on to do other things, and I stayed with it for the past almost 20 years now. Almost 20 years.
Yeah, so it was almost like you had to get that validation. They saw something in you from the jump, and that hesitation was there. Got that validation, so I'm happy you got it because I love your stuff.
Thank you.
Goddess wearable art, I feel like it's your signature style, and it is your launch piece of wearable art. And for years, you created different images of women faces with their eyes closed. And you have since evolved with the eyes opening. Is there any significance behind that? Can you explain it if there is?
Well, the actual first goddess that I painted, she came through with her eyes closed. Okay. And the thought came to me, she looked peaceful. And the thought came to me that my eyes are shut, and now I can see. That's actually the thought that came to me. So I was I really resonated with it. So, like if it's not broke, don't fix it. I just continue to create the same image, but with variations of hairstyles and colors and complexion. So basically, she is the same woman, but she represents a lot of different variations of us as Black women.
Yeah. I love how spiritual you are, and I get into that a little too. All the time. In my spirit, I feel different things, and seeing how the evolution of goddess wearable art, where it went from, these beautiful different ethnic women, looking peaceful, as you say, and serene and just beautiful, and then going into the evolution of opening their eyes. It's almost like indicative of the creative flow that has been placed in you. And at a time too, during this time where, there's so much going on, we have, the Black women movement that's taken place. So it's almost like an uprising to me when I see that, and it's a beautiful, beautiful thing.
It is.
Yeah, so I know that you do a lot of different things other than the goddess wearable art. Do you want to take a moment and just talk about some of your greatest accomplishments, or even to share, in addition, share who it might have been that inspired you the most throughout your journey thus far? And if you can just take a couple minutes and explain that would be great.
Wow, I've been influenced by several people in my life. I had my mom, who she's just the pinnacle of African womanhood. She was a single mom, but she was very determined, and family was first. So I think that when you express a gift, you're influenced by your family experience and your community experience. You know, so there's so many people who I could say that one inspired me, this one inspired me. But the people who come to mind right now are my mom. I had a mentor who recently passed away last year.
I'm sorry.
And he was an artist and a graphic artist, and he took me under his wing. We worked together, and we shared the same birthday.
Wow.
We shared the same birthday.
I did not know that.
Yes,
Rudy Martin.
It's Rudy Martin.
Rudy Martin, okay.
He was my mentor, and he taught me just about everything I know about graphic arts, about fine arts, and just about life itself. Mm-hmm. And so he was another person that comes to mind. I had an 8th grade art teacher. Her name was Gladys Brower, and she became just an icon in the Newark art community. She was a social activist, so her art spoke to a lot of things. You know, she was dealing with police brutality long before, you know, this movement that's going on now. And I was always influenced by her. As a matter of fact, she founded the first Black art gallery in Newark.
Wow, that's big.
That was Gladys Brower. And there are like heroes that we share, like Malcolm X and John Henry Clark, and you know, because they inspired me to interpret the social issues of what's going on. So and express that through art. So I have a lot of people who I can say, you know, they say you come here with thousands and thousands of people, you know, spirits. You come here, you never come here alone. And so
that's true.
You know, you tap into who you tap into, and they love and they guide you. You know, so it's not one person, there are a lot of people, but I love them all dearly, and you know, we shared our own unique special aspects or special chapters in my life. You know?
Yeah. So you do a lot of different types of art. I don't want, even though, you know, the focus is really on the beauty of Goddess wearable art today, I don't want to miss the opportunity for you to share some of the other different types of artwork that you do for people like me. It's not just painting on clothes. Can you just give the audience an idea of all the different types of art that you have dipped into and that you currently are doing?
Well, fine art is one. You know, I deal with acrylics. That's my favorite medium in painting medium. But I also love sustainable art. I love found objects, putting them together to create art. I also love mixed media, where you just take, you know, a little bit of this, may take some fabric, may take some paint, you may take some beads or cowrie shells and whatever, and then you can create art from that. So what I found out long time ago was that creativity is unlimited.
Yes.
So you can create from just about anything. And I think that what happens is that those of us who are artists or performing artists, you know, we kind of get, you know, a nod quicker than somebody who may just be a people person. Yes. Or maybe somebody who is inspiring other people. And to me, that's creativity. You know, to me, that's art. You know, I think everything we do, we have a special gift, and that special gift is art. You know, art expresses itself in many, many ways, and in all kinds of ways. So, you know, and so we kind of get the big ups and the shout outs, you know, but we're people who are everyday heroes, who are out there changing the world for the better. And to me, that's creativity, and that's art, you know, so I give kudos to those people.
Yeah, I agree so much. you are extremely humble, and I'm a fan. I just admire you so much. I really do. And just by what you said, that's so much good food for thought for those out there who feel as if they don't have something to give them that immediate big up, and just being who they are in their own spirit. It has creativity, unlimited creativity. So I'm with you 100%. And now I'm sure the audience can see why I have you on as my first.
Oh, I'm the first. I didn't realize it.
She is dropping the nuggets. So, so with that, I'm going to circle back and just say, yes, you are extremely humble. One thing that I want to mention is that, I mentioned it in the intro, but you do murals throughout Newark. And so how has that been? How do you I guess I'm looking for, how does that make you feel when you share in a mural and and see it, because that's like really documenting history. So how does that make you feel when you do a mural?
Well, it makes me feel more humbled. I feel so divinely gifted. Divinely gifted that's the words that come to me. A lot of what I'm doing is through the efforts of my son Suleiman and Samad. And so a lot of the experiences that I'm having as an artist is because they have ventured into, those arenas or those aspects of art. So, they've invited me along. So, I feel really, I feel really great that, these young people want their old mama to tag along. But, we love and we respect each other, and we encourage each other, and we inspire each other. And I am, to answer your question about seeing your art immortalized. Is that the word I'm looking like? Immortalized. Seeing that, it has to make you humble. You have to feel like, my gosh, this is something amazing. We are working on a mural, currently working on a mural at a homeless shelter. And so to be able, and they're excited about it, and to be able to do something to create art that's going to uplift the spirits of people who are having those kinds of challenges, and that's where is what I'm saying. That we are the people who are coming in, and we may be using art to depict the kind of work and the kind of commitment that the workers there, the directors and the people who work there, who are working on the behalf of people who are just facing those kinds of challenges like homelessness and those kinds of things. So, and we were invited to, create some art on their walls to inspire people. So, it makes you feel validated, yes, is the word you use, but it also makes you feel like you found your purpose.
Yeah.
You found your purpose. And I think that's the other word that I didn't use when I said about life being creative, that once you find your purpose,
right,
then your creativity is unlimited.
That's
because,
right.
Then you're going to express that in all kinds of ways. So,
and that just plays right into my next question, how you express your creativity in all kinds of ways. So, Miss Yvonne Anquay, what are you up to next? in terms of, just going, opening up different lanes with your creativity. Can you share with the viewing audience what they should watch out for in the future?
Like I said, mixed media, I really resonate with that, but I've also started, a couple of years ago, I started painting furniture. So I did a couple of chairs. I got, good response to that, and I really enjoyed that. So, eventually I'd like to create a line of hand-painted furniture.
Okay. And I just want to add that I love the cultural paintings you do on even on ceiling fans. And I'm mentioning this because I want people to see the depth of your creativity, and there's something there for everyone. So we as Black people, we're proud, and we like to express that not only in our clothing, we like to express it in our dress. And so I just wanted to mention that if you have an apartment and you have a ceiling fan and you want to deck it out with some art, you can get that through Yvonne. She's very unique. So is there anything else you want to share that's kind of like veering off the lane of art that's still in the creative lane? That because you're so much more than even your art, even though your art is a lot, so much more. Is there anything else you want?
Well, I've been focused recently on I guess just the resurgence of the movement of African people all over the globe, and I don't know whether most people are paying attention, but there is a resurgence of a movement to come together globally as people, to utilize our skills and our resources so that we can uplift ourselves and that we can ensure that the next 7 generations are well taken care of. And one of the things that's happening is that the African Union is about to, they're about to validate, I guess, or there's another word, it's not coming to me. The African diaspora as the 6th region of Africa. So Africa has 5 regions on the continent: Northeast, Southwest, and Central, but that all other people on the globe who are of African descent make up the 6th region of Africa. Now, what that is going to mean is that we are going to be considered a nation, officially considered a nation. And that's going to change the game on so many levels. So what's happening is that, there's so much work that's going on to organize that effort. And so what I want to encourage people to do is to look into that and to go to, if I can give a website, go to ouraddi.org and register with that website. And what that is, it is the African Diaspora Development Institute. And it's a database that's being compiled. And so therefore, when there is trade, when there is business, when there is travel, when there is anything that concerns us as African people, we have a database that we can go to. We can do business with each other. We can travel together. We can do all kinds of things together. So I encourage people to do that because after COVID, after so many things, we're moving in different directions as a human species. And
Yes.
I think everybody has to, sort of identify the direction that they're going in.
Yes.
And so we can reconnect with the continent by going to that website. So that's one of the things that I would encourage people to do.
Well, thank you for sharing that. You just have been a beauty on this platform today. What information that you have given.
And I appreciate you so, Jill. And I'm very proud of you. And
thank you.
You exude beauty. And you are so consummate in what you do, and you also support. Ever since I've known you, you support and you always big up people and give them their props, and we appreciate you for that.
Thank you so much. Well, I want to say thank you for being my first guest. And to the viewing audience, well, first of all, I'll put up where you can be located because we're running out of time. We've had a good conversation, but just give your Instagram really quick.
It's GS_swearable art.
Okay.
GS_swear, SWEARABLEART.
Okay. All right. So you guys can definitely reach out to her if you would like to look at all of her beautiful art and or support her in it. So this has been Beauty Behold, Beauty Transitions. Thank you so much for joining me. And until the next time, I'm Jill Foster, your host. Thank you guys. Bye.
Bye, Jill.